Now,
It's a smart folk,
huh?
stupid folk.
Well, yeah, they can be that way.
Google wants to know you put.
All right. This question is 1.2, then we got one from 1.1. Let me look and see if we've done these.
Now force close again.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we did that one. We did that one the other day. Did that one. So this one is 1.2 number 2 and 1.2 number 1. Number 1 and number 2. Okay, complete the data table for the values of the function and then plot the points of the graph of the function by hand. Okay. How is it frozen? I wish people would quit messing with these computers. It's starting to irritate me. I shouldn't have to do this every time I come in here. Can y'all see?
Also, I have a little confusion about,
Hold on, I'm doing one thing. Let me get one thing done before we get on to something else. That's all right. I wouldn't have to do this if people would set the dadgum computer straight. And plus my stomach is bothering me, so that don't make it better either. Really? Okay, can y'all see that now? Can y'all see that? Okay. All right, let me calibrate it. And what was your question?
me, about, the thing I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was confused about number 4 when it asked about like the turning point.
Okay. We'll get to that in just a second. We'll get this one done. All right. Remember your pre-algebra days? And plug and chug. So I'm going to always use -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. But you can't use 2, can you? Because why? Your domain is all real numbers, but x cannot equal what? 2. Because what will happen when you plug in 2? You get a 0 in the denominator, which don't work. So you can't use 2. So -1 or -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. And that's the numbers that I use when I graph something. I don't do a bunch of decimals. I don't do that. Now it might come out to be a decimal. You can't help that. But I'm not going to use a bunch of decimals and everything over here. So -2 minus 2 is what? -4. And what's 2 over -4? -1/2. -1 minus 2 is -3. -2 over -3 is 0.67. 0 minus 2 is -2. That'll give you a -1. 1 minus 2 is -1, so that'd be a 2. -2. This is undefined, does not exist. 3 minus 2 is 1, that would be a 2. And that's what they're asking you to do up there.
Yeah, like, I put that in, but like, it wouldn't accept it.
I don't know why it wouldn't accept it. Let's see what happens when I upload. Well, I've got those in. Check answer. Not correct. Check final check. They wanted the fractions.
I thought you said that they, did you say?
It says type simplified fraction. Type integers or simplified fractions. I take either. On test, you wouldn't have got that wrong. Hmm? You did it right.
Yeah, but do like some of them, so some of them take decimals, some of them take fractions?
Well, it says type integers or simplified fractions. That means whole numbers and fractions.
So it depends on what they tell you?
Yes. But I don't worry about that on a test. But you do need to read the directions. So try to follow the directions, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, now to graph it, well, I'm not going to graph it. You can graph it. Just plug it in your calculator. It's x minus 2, so that means it's got a horizontal shift of 2 to the right. So it looks like it's going to be this guy right here or this guy right here. Now this is the reverse, so it's probably this one right here. Okay, let me go through that with you again. All right. This x minus 2 right here, this minus 2 is connected to the x. So that means that you've got a horizontal shift of 2 to the right. This one has a shift of 2 to the right. This one has a shift of 2 to the right. These do not, so they're automatically out.
I'm not exactly. It's kind of hard to,
Understand?
yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll go over that here in just a minute. I'll go over all the shifts. I'll go over that. This one is the reverse. And you know that because of what I showed you the other day. This one is your answer. Because this is negative 2 over x minus 2. I can't write with my mouth. But anyway, just take my word for it. That's the negative of this. That's the inverse of this. Okay? So let's talk about the shifts. If I have it, I thought I'd get y'all mixed up with my 110 class, so y'all have to excuse me. And y'all the same class. I mean, it's the same material. Anyway, the other day, I showed y'all the parent graph, right? We did that, and we broke it up into 4 graphs, or 8 graphs, and I gave you f of x is equal to x to the first, x to the second, x to the third, I don't know what else, square root of x, absolute value of x, 1 over x, and 1 over x squared, or something like that. Remember me giving you those? All right, get those out, put them to the side. Now what happens when you add things to it? Well, most of the time, they're going to fall in this type of form. F of x is equal to a times x plus h to the first power plus k. F of x is equal to a times x plus h to the second power plus k. F of x is equal to a times x plus h to the third power plus k. F of x is equal to a times x plus h to the 0.5 power or 1/2 power plus k, or that can be what? The square root. All right? So get used to seeing it as the square root or raised to the 0.5 or to the 1/2 power, especially those of you who's heading toward calculus. All right? And then we've got f of x is equal to a times the absolute value of x plus h plus k. And then f of x is equal to a 1 over x plus h plus k. And then f of x is equal to a 1 over x plus h quantity squared plus k. All right, so there's your parent graphs, and they're all written in a general form. This is your straight line. This is your parabola. This is your squiggle. This is your swoosh to the right. This is your V. This is what we just looked at. And this is the volcano. One goes like this. And this one now, once you get your highlighters out, and yes, I told you that hopefully you got to get a couple of highlighters, make sure one of them's red at least. All right. And we'll make this a little bit smaller as soon as y'all get through writing it down. Now,
How many are there? Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7? You skip one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Means like there's 8 on the sheet.
Okay, well, I left out one. Which one did I leave out?
I think it's extra.
The quartet, that's the same thing, it'd be a fourth. It'd be to the fourth, but it doesn't matter because every one of these, they have all the same they all have the components. Now, okay, everybody good with that? Everybody good with the general forms? All right, now take your highlighter out, and we'll highlight the first one yellow. You don't have to use yellow, you can use anything you want. And let's highlight that A. Now that A can easily go to the top right here with this 1. 1 times A is what? A. It could go to the top. So that A could be at the top, you know, if you multiplied it out with the fraction. A is for orientation. Orientation of the curve. If it's positive, that means it's normal. It's doing just like your parent graphs. Okay? If it's negative, it's the opposite. If it's greater than 1, A is greater than 1, that means it's going to be narrow. Means it's going to be compressed. Oh, narrow, 3 R's. It's going to be compressed toward, it's like a vice. It's going to be compressed like this. And if A is between 1 and 0, I call them the wrench sizes. Then you got a wide function. The wrench sizes are 1/2 inch, well, actually 3/8, 7/16, 1/2 inch, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, 3/4, 13/16, 7/8, 15/16. Okay, think of those numbers. Any fraction that's between 0 and 1 is going to be a wide function. Wider. Okay? And I'll explain this to you after we.
What is that last one say?
Wrench size is wide.
Yeah.
0 is between, our A is between 0 and 1. So, let's take an example. F of x is equal to x squared. F of x, and we'll do this one in black. I want you to take, I forgot to tell you, get a sheet of graph paper or a piece of notebook paper out by itself, and I want you to draw a big graph on it. In other words, here's your piece of paper. I want you to draw a y-axis all the way down and an x-axis all the way across and number it. If you got graph paper, it'd be better. And use a straight edge if possible. And in black, or in pencil, or in black pen, I want you to graph f of x is equal to x squared.
Just a whole piece of paper.
It looks like that. And in blue, or some kind of blue color if you got it, if you don't, just do the best you can. F of x is equal to 2x squared. And this is a thing you can work on together, and take a few minutes for you to do it. So don't do it all as fast. F of x is equal to 1/2 x squared. I'm going to let you work on those three for a few minutes.
You don't have to number these graphs.
That's why you use the colors. don't you do it by hand? Our absolute value of x, that looks like a what? A b? So 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. That's pretty self-explanatory. And that's what that looks like. Now, instead of doing the plotting of the points, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. It's not going to let me. Please. No, it's going to let me copy half of it. Anyway, I was going to see if I could, maybe I could do this. Nope. Nope. All right, anyway. What does this -4 say? That means we're going to move to the right. How many places? We're going to move to the right 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what does this positive 3 tell us? Up 3, 1, 2, 3. So there is our new vertex. So now we can take this V right here that I was trying to copy. Oops, no, I don't want to do that. I want to copy it. This right there, and then this guy, copy, paste, put it right there, and that is our blue one. But we got one problem. That -3 is out here, so that -3 means that we're going to take this guy. And what are we going to do to it? We're going to flip it. And we're going to put it right there. And what else are we going to do to it? We're going to compress it. I don't know if I can do this or not. There we go. We're going to compress it. So it's going to look something like this. Okay? Because, now, you don't have to get the compression exactly right. Now, if you want to plot the points, that's fine. But the whole point of this is for you to be able to go from this mentally, this should be in your head mentally, to go from here over, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 1, 2, 3, then what? Turn it around and what? Compress it. The compression you're not going to get exactly right unless you do the points. Okay?
This is over my head.
How much?
Yeah.
Got 7 minutes? Okay. So, let me do the last one right quick. We know that this looks like, let me get rid of these guys right quick.
Where'd you get that graphing tool anyway?
Yeah, we bought it. That's all I can tell you. All right, let me graph this right quick for you. It looks, what does 1 over x look like? It looks like this right here, right? And then this looks like this right, oh well, don't even look at that. That looks awful. Looks like that right there. All right. So that's the parent graph. What does that -4 mean? That means you're going to move it how many places to the right? You're going to move it 4 places to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the best I can do right now. And move this. I'm trying, people. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we move it. What does that +2 mean? You're going to move it 2 up. So that'd be 1, 2, and move this 2 up, which would be, I'm trying, 1, 2. So that's what that means. All right, continue to work on your homework. You should be moving up in sections. We'll talk about a test next week probably. Let me get the roll before you leave. I don't want you to get cut the absent for leaving early. I mean, I have got 5 minutes. I mean, I don't know why y'all are in a hurry. If I got 5 minutes. Okay. (109) class. And Callahan is here. Cox is here. Cox, you here? Yeah, there you are. Foster's here. Green is here. Clouser's here. Pace is here. And Patel. Okay, everybody's here. Y'all have a good day. Huh? Evidently, yeah. Got that he dropped.
Mr. McClure,
Yeah.
that was all kind of confusing. Do you have any, like, is there like any, like, practice problems I can do?
Well, you need to go over the